Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So we are from group 5 and we are going to explain about our material, cooperation and implicator. My name is Widya Sari Ismail and my group members are Widya Waspada Arif, Ulania Umrah, and Nur Rahmi. I'm Widya Sari Ismail and I will explain about cooperation. Okay, so the first is the principle of cooperation. The cooperative principle is the assumption that the participant in a conversation normally attempt to be informative, truthful, relevant, and also clear. So cooperative principle describe about how people achieve effective conversational communication in common social situation. That is how listener and speaker act cooperatively and mutually accept one another to be understood in a particular way. Okay, the next is maxim of conversation. So in cooperation principle, there are 4 maxims. The first is maxim of quality. As a speaker, we have to tell the truth or something that is provable by adequate evidence. Don't say what you believe to be false, and don't say that for which you lacked of adequate evidence. And the second is maxim of quantity. Say no less than the conversation required, or say no more than the conversation required. So we have to be as informative as required, and we should not say that more or less. And the next is maxim of relation. We need to be relevant, and our response has to be relevant to the topic of discussion. And the last is maxim of manner. We need to avoid obscurity of expression, avoid ambiguity, and be orderly.
Okay, the next speaker's behaviors relate to the cooperative principle. From the 4 maxims of conversation, there are 6 ways of speakers' behaviors relate to the cooperative to observe or follow the maxim or don't follow the maxims. For example, when you ask me, when are you coming to class, Ma? And I answer, in 5 minutes. I follow all the maxim. 1. Quantity maxim by saying enough. 2. Quality maxim by saying something that I believe to be true. 3. Relevant maxim by giving a relevant answer. 4. As well as manner maxim by being brief and clear. What if I answer? I don't know if I want to eat you today or not, but I'm supposed to write. Well, let's see. That's the kind of answer that doesn't follow the maxim or we can collect non-observance of the maxim.
Okay, there are 5 ways speaker don't observance of the maxim. The first, violate the maxim. It's tell the lies. Second, flood it's also to violate, but in this case the violation is intentionally observes that the hearer is expected to be aware. Third, infringe. It's fail to observe the maxim. It can be caused by nervousness, drunkenness. 4. Suspend the maxim. 5. Opt out of the maxim. Refuse to cooperate or get involved in the conversation. Implicator. What is implicator? Implicator is something the speaker suggests or implies with an utterance, even though it is not literally expressed. When maxims of a conversation are not observed, yet the speaker adds a proposition relate to the context of conversation, and here need to infer what the speaker conveys. This is called implicator.
Okay, types of implicature. Number 1, conversational implicature. Implications derive on the basis of conversational principle and assumption relying on more than the linguistic meaning of word in a sentence. Example, students A, do you like linguistics? Students B, well, let's just say I don't jump for joy before class. A asked of B about his feeling about the class, and B said B didn't celebrate before the class. It showed the uninterested feeling of B about linguistic subject. And implicatures arise from the interaction of the following three factors. The first factor is the proposition actually expressed in utterance. The second factor is possibly certain feature of the context. And the third is the assumption that the speaker is obeying the rules of conversation to the best of their ability. And then number 2, generalized conversational implicature. The implicature have been calculated without special knowledge of any particular content. Example, Chris, I hope you brought the bread and the cheese. Lino, I brought the bread, not the cheese. And then it doesn't need particular context to understand the conversation. Number 3, scalar implicature. A scalar implicature is a quantity implicature based on the use of an informationally weak term in an implicational scale. The use implicates the all similar utterance using an informationally stronger term are not true because according to the conversational maxim of quantity, a speaker would ordinarily be required to make a stronger, more informative utterance if a true one were available. Indicators: always, most, many, all, some, few, often, sometimes, etc. An example, some of the boys went to the party. The word some implicates not all of the boys went to the party. The word none, some, and all are formed in an implicational scale in which the use of one form implicates that the use of a stronger form is not possible. Number 4, particularized conversational implicature. The implicature have been calculated with special knowledge of any particular context. For example, Bob, hey, coming to the party tonight. Rino, my parents are visiting. Rino, not at the party. It needs particular context to understand the conversation. Number 5, properties of conversational implicature. The essential properties of conversational implicature are cancelability, non-detachability, calculability, non-conventionality, reinforceability, and universality. Example, you've made 5 cakes. Suspension, at least 5 cakes. Cancellation, in fact, you've made 10 cakes. Reinforce, that's 2 more than 3. And the last types, conventional implicature. Conventional implicature is an implicature that is part of lexical items or experience, agree meaning rather than derived from principle of language use and not part of the conditions for the truth of the items of expression. There are instead tied to the conventional meaning of certain particles and phrases such as but, although, however, nevertheless, moreover, anyway, whereas, after all, even, yet, still, besides. Example, Bini is poor but happy. This sentence implies poverty and happiness are not compatible, but in the spite of this, Joe is still happy. This sentence will always necessarily imply surprisingly Joe is happy in spite of being poor. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, I think that's all from our group presentation. Thank you for your kind attention, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.